Hi everyone, I wanted to give you a little tour of our course. Welcome to Math 1325. This is a Summer 3 course, and I think a lot of you will find this new setup. We have upgraded to Blackboard Ultra, and this change was done over the weekend, so you log in into Blackboard now and you will see something completely different. Looks something like this. On your page, you will probably not have faculty resources, but you will have everything else. I just wanted to point out before I move on to our course is Lockdown Browser. You will need it for the midterm and final. So this is where you will download it. I did a little video for that on another part of the course, but since we're here, might as well mention it. And then you see all this stuff here. I haven't played around with a lot of the things here, to be honest with you. I've just been, because it happened over the weekend, the only thing I have worked on is our courses. I am recording this on Sunday, so that's the day before we start classes, so I do go to upcoming courses. And here's our course, Calculus for Business and Social Science. So I click on that. The Blackboard should look exactly the same as it has done in the past. That's my face. I wanted you to have a picture of my face, but I do want us to interact more, so I'm hoping to do collaborative sessions and things like that as the semester goes on. And we'll talk more. I'll send you emails and information about that. But this is the first page you're going to see when you walk into the course. And then here's my information, my office hours, and Pronto, and all of that information. I have talked about the best way to communicate with me will be through Pronto, the instant messenger. I do have that one on my phone, so I get your messages right away, and I always try to answer as soon as I can. So online, my office hours will be online, and they will be done through there too. So the first thing you're going to see is essential course information. When you click on that, you're going to have the course description, the student handbook, and some information that you need to read over, like the student services and when you can find technical support if you're having problems with Blackboard, the guide to Netiquette when you have to send messages, things like that. The syllabus can be found on the second folder here. I have the syllabus here, and I have the calendar for the course. So this is a summer 3 course, so you see the dates reflect that. And I have 8 units, and then you have separate units for the midterm and the final. When you click on the syllabus, you will see my information, the course description, my information that you saw on the front page of Blackboard as well, the learning outcomes, and I think what most of us want to know is the breakdown of your grade. Homework will be 20%, quizzes will be 15%. I want you to submit the work on the quizzes, so you would scan it or take a picture and send that, and that will be 10%. The discussions will be 5%. There is a practice midterm exam and a practice final exam, and those are 5% each, and then the midterm and final exam. All the homework will be administered on my MATLAB. I will be dropping the lowest 4 homework grades, but everybody should have 100 because you have infinitely attempts to do it. So I don't have a limit on the attempts. You do it and do it until you get 100. And then the quizzes, each unit has a quiz, so that means we have 8 quizzes. I will give you 2 attempts for each quiz, and I will keep the highest grade of the 2. You do have 2 hours for each of the quizzes, but it does have to be done in one sitting. So make sure that each time you're ready to take the quiz, that you set aside 2 hours where you can be sitting on the computer and completing your quiz, because you cannot get up and leave and then come back and complete the quiz. And then after you complete this, then you get all your work together. Either you scan it or you take pictures and you submit it, and I'll show you how to do that on the next unit once I show you the work. The midterm and final, those are going to be done through Lockdown Browser. So that means they are closed book, closed notes, and you are required to have a web camera to take it. So it is closed book, closed note. I will allow you to have formulas that I don't have set up yet, but I will give you before the midterm. You will have your formulas that I will give you. You will have blank paper and you have a calculator, but that's it. So you do have to have a web camera to get recorded to take the exam. And then of course the test requirements. The discussions are very laid back. They're more for you to interact with each other and talk and see how things are going. So those are 5%. And if you complete them and you answer to at least 2 of your classmates, you should be good. Just make sure that you do answer your classmates and that you give me complete responses, not just yes, no, fine, good, things like that. Then the textbooks and requirements for the course. The requirements for the course I have, you don't need the book, but you do need the code for MyMathLab because that's where all the homeworks and quizzes will be. So the code for MyMathLab does come with an ebook, and I'll show you how to register in a little bit. I think there's a video there on the resources that you can look at. A scientific calculator, it can be any scientific calculator. I recommend the Casio if you're going to purchase one. And if not, you can have TI-84s, TI-83s, but do not use TI-89s or Inspires or anything that does the algebraic computations. If you're not sure, you can always send me a picture of the calculator you're planning to use, and I can let you know if it's okay or not. You will need computer with reliable internet, especially for the exams, like the quizzes and the midterm and final. And you need to have a web camera for midterm and final purposes because you will have to be recorded taking the test. You must have some form of web camera. Either your computer has a web camera included on it or your laptop, or an individual web camera that will record you taking the exam. And then you have the topic list. Make sure you read over all of this. Late work, I put 5 here, it should be. I'll leave it aside. So any quizzes and homework can be turned late with a 5% penalty after the due date. And then make sure you don't cheat. Time commitment for an online class, please read over that. What class participation means in an online class. Netiquette again, the last day to drop, the department share information, and you have our calendar again here on the syllabus. And of course, everything is tentative. If there's any changes, I will always let you know way ahead of time. So that's the syllabus. I promise I will not go over every single folder like in detail like that one. MyMathLab registration, all of you need to register for MyMathLab. I have all the information here. This is instructions in PDF. You have a video that you can look at if you have any questions on how to register. And of course, you can always email me or send me a message. Academic support, the CLE has gone into online tutoring. So now all the tutoring is being done online. And you see here that you just click there, it takes you to a Zoom room and you can chat with a tutor. So that's amazing for online classes. So you do have academic support there. ADA services, if you have any forms that you need me to sign, please let me know as soon as possible. Now I'm going over all of this, not in a lot of detail, which means I'm just showing you what you're supposed to be doing, but you need to go back on your own and go over all of this folder, read line by line. Once you're ready with all of this, then you go to course content. And this is where you have our information, all what we're going to be working on. Now I'm missing some modules. I will get to those soon. But the first thing you're going to see is downloading Pronto into your phone app. Now, you don't have to have it on your phone. You can still use Pronto even if you don't have it on your phone. But if you have it on your phone, it's easy to send pictures. It's easier for me to for you to send me a picture of any problems you may have, or the calculator you're using, things like that. It's just easier if you have it on your phone. If you don't have space on your phone or you just don't want to have it, it's fine. You can still communicate with me through Pronto, and I'll show you how in a little bit. But in this folder, I have all the information to download it. And then here's the folder again for my MATLAB registration. It's the same folder from the start here. the online CLE tutoring again. Our class schedule is the same one from the syllabus, the same one from the start here. It's just if you want to print it out. I'm a paper person. I need to print things out. If you need to print it out or have it with you, that you can print it. And then I'm not going to go over all the units, but I will go over, let's say, the first unit. When you click on that, you have the overview, the learning outcomes for the unit, the learning objectives, what you will be learning in that unit, the to-do list. So what you're supposed to do for the unit is read the sections, watch the lecture videos, do the homework, and I also have PowerPoints if you want to look over those, do your quiz, and the discussion. So the first discussion is just introduce yourself. The way you're going to do discussions is you're going to click on the discussion, and you see nothing there. So what you do is you create a thread. And then that's where the questions come up, and then you would answer them right here. Once you're done, you complete them. Subject, you can put anything you want. This is an introduction. You can put your name. You can put introduction, anything you want as a subject, and then you put answer. Make sure that you answer all the questions here. I did write an example for you here on my information, and I answered the questions about myself. Okay, that's the first thing I would do. That's how I'm going to count your attendance the first week. And then lectures and readings, I have posted the ebook. And once you register for my MATLAB, it will take you to the ebook. Now, when you go to the ebook, we'll let that run. I have lecture videos from the publisher, PowerPoints from the publisher, and then Khan Academy from the publisher. Sorry, it's kind of slow. And this always takes a while to load the book because it's so you see here the first sections. If you go to the table of contents, you can see the page numbers for the specific sections. Trying to get the table of contents. Here you go. So there's a table of contents. Make sure you take a note of the page number so you can just type in the page number here. I just didn't have it with me. But you can see here the different sections and the page numbers. So you can do that. You can do all of that. You can highlight. You can see how this is important. Like, are you reading the section? This is important. Let me highlight it so I can go back and look at it. Things like that. And then you have the PowerPoints from the publisher and the videos. And then Khan Academy, it's very helpful. You can just type in your question. Like, for example, if you're doing derivatives, I can go here and just say, okay, I want to know about derivatives. And it will give you a whole bunch of videos about derivatives, and you can decide which one works best for you. So that's why it's very useful to have it. So if I go back to Unit 1, once I have read over all of that, then I'm ready to do my homework. So I'm going to click on the homework folder, and you have one homework for each section. Once you register for my MATLAB, it should take you directly to the homework, and then you would just, I know it says here 20%. I'm going to change it to 5%. and then you just work on the questions. Now, my MATLAB is very good in the sense that if you're struggling with a question, you always have help here. Help me solve this, view an example, and some of them they have email your instructor. I make sure that I'll double check on that for you. Or you can just send me a picture. Like if you're working on something like that and you're struggling, send me a picture on Pronto. Take a picture, send it on Pronto, and I can try to help you answer the question through Pronto. That's also the fastest way to do it. Once you do the 4 homeworks, you have your quiz, and then you're ready to go to the next section. Most units will look the same except the discussions. Some units have discussions, some units don't. But the steps for each unit is the same. So let's say I go to unit 4. You see the same setup, lectures and readings, homework, quizzes, and then the next step. And then finally, by this first month, we have the midterm. I don't have the midterm information yet, but you can see here, I will give you a review. I will post a practice test and I will post the exam there for you. So that's course content. That's where you're going to spend most of your time. Most of your time will be spent on course content, either reviewing PowerPoints, videos, doing homework, things like that. Most of the time is spent here. Discussions, those are already linked to your units, so there's no need to click on that link. But announcements, I will try to post announcements here. Don't have announcements yet. That's an old announcement that I'll take off. So as I'm doing this video, I don't have announcements on that yet. And then this is the messages. If you want to send me an email, this is the best one because you don't have to say what class you're in. You just send me a message here. I check them usually once a day, at least once a day. So if you send me a message here, I will answer probably as soon as the next day. Pronto is usually faster, but if you feel more comfortable through email, you can also do this, and that is not a problem. I will answer to you as quickly as I can. And then I have here office hours. So for office hours, here is Monday through Thursday from 4 to 5. And then I explained to you that under the current situation, being in my office is really not recommended. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. I will mostly be in my house. So if you call me there, that may cause issues because I will not be answering. If you leave a message, though, I will get the message. So feel free to leave a message on the phone and I can always get it back to you. And Pronto is always the fastest way. That's where I'm going to be for office hours. I will be available on Pronto, chatting with you and answering questions. We could also do live videos there, so it's amazing. And again, I say I recommend putting it on your phone, and I put the folder here with the steps. And here's the Pronto messaging app. Let me click on that so you can see it. Here's our messaging app. So let me write something here to welcome you. Welcome to class. Let me know if you got the app on your phone. On your phone or in your phone? On? I'm not a grammar teacher, so that's that. You can write emojis here or GIFs. I like the GIFs sometimes. Let's see. What can we put? With everything that's going on, I think they have. I just want something, yeah, look. Stay safe, stay healthy. Sorry, I got carried away with it. But there you go. I try not to get too. And the thank you is for downloading it on your phone. Okay, so let me go back to class. So if I'm in my, see, I'm doing this in my computer, so I'm not doing this on my phone. So even if you don't have it on your phone, you can put it on your computer and you can still chat with us. So that's something that I do recommend, especially if you're trying to contact me during office hours. I'll probably be here answering messages and stuff like that. Now, enable the notifications on your desktop if you're gonna be on your computer. If you want to send a private message, you can go here, go to people, and then I can select one of you here. Let's get, I don't know, Bianca, and you can say message Bianca, and you get a private message. So if you want to talk to me, only to me and not to the whole class, you would click on my name and you can send me a message just to me and nobody else would see it. So that's very helpful also, so you know that not every time you send a message, the whole class will see it. And especially if it's a specific problem or if it's really late at night, just send it just to me. Don't send it to the whole class because some people may not have notifications off. For me, I have it on my phone. After 10 o'clock, notifications are off, so I don't hear any ringing after 10 o'clock. If I'm awake, I still check Pronto, and I may be answering at all times, at all hours of the night. So still send me your messages. Don't think, oh my God, it's so late. Is she asleep? I don't want to bother her. No. You send me your messages. I'm always on my phone, and if I'm not, I will not be hearing you. You will not be bothering me. Don't you worry about that. So if you have a question, it doesn't matter the time of day, just send it, and then I'll answer when I can. All right, where were we? I have a lot of tabs open now, and I don't know where we at. Oh yes, I want to go back to class. So I'm gonna click here to close that, and then we used to have the option to go back to class from here. Not anymore. Not anymore. It opened a new window. I click here. That's my tab. And now it's easy to see it, but I'm just nervous because of all the video stuff. You see that they changed the little icon. So that's office hours. Everything is here. If you just want to send me a message and you don't want to go through this one, I also have it here, online chat. It takes you to the same page. Then my grades, the course evaluation, that's when it's available. I do have the tools button here because they use that on the video to teach you how to register for my MATLAB. That's the only reason. Yeah, that's our course. After the first week or so, you probably won't be seeing this page at the beginning. You will see it, the announcements page. But I just wanted to do a little video to show you what to expect, how to work on the course, and hopefully this makes it easier to get started.